Cool. All right. So, first of all, had our first lesson on some pads. Do you guys have any questions or anything that feels just weird? Or
I'm gonna tell you things and you tell me if I'm correct.
sure.
Okay. We need to hit just off the center of the pad.
Yeah.
All right. And then.
You want to do it on the top of it, like
Okay.
towards, like, away from you.
Okay.
Because when you get soft, you can just go to the edge.
Okay. And I should be able to see the back of my sticks.
Yeah.
So, like, am I like in a good playing position right now?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're working? Does this feel unnatural? Do you feel like you're too turned in?
I don't know.
Does that feel more? Just like move around and tell me what it feels like. Just like do this and tell me where it feels more comfortable.
Like right here.
Yeah. Okay. Because even though we have this, she hasn't explained it actually, but we call it the American grip.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's two extremes of this. There's French grip, which is like this. It's used for timpani playing mostly. And then there's German grip, which is the complete opposite. It's like flat hands. And American grip is right in the middle. So when you're doing this grip, there's like some room to play as for what you're comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, everyone's hands work differently. So you within this like 25-degree angle of just whatever's more comfortable within that, as long as you're not too far like this and too in like that.
You said the timpani one is called what?
French grip.
Oh, French.
Yeah, and then the opposite is called what?
German.
Yeah, and what we play is
on timpani. I mean
American.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, because you're in America.
Yeah.
That's it. You can remember. Okay, cool. Well, let's just start with just play some legato. So just do this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and do it twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me hit about. Sure. Let's do half of that. So I'm gonna play it real quick. You guys watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. So twice on each hand. That's big. Sorry. Cool. Similar comments to what we do on marimba, which makes sense. No, it still seems like you're like working just too hard to control the stick. It looks kind of like this. It feels like you're kind of restricting it to like only your wrist. I think you could have like just a little bit more space in the hand, like, I guess for how much this opens up. Like right now, I feel like it's like just completely closed. You can let the stick dance in there just a little bit. Remember what I told you guys, just like about the size of a stick? And then that is gonna be pretty much kind of like a cushion for the stick to just move around, so it's not just hitting a rock every time it bounces in your hand. Izzy, you can definitely play more. It looks nice and connected, like it doesn't look harsh. Just try to come all the way up here for the purpose of this exercise. This is called stick control, and it's done to work on the way you control the stick. stick. It's pretty simple, but the approach to stick control in general is mostly legato strokes and being able to change the sticking and it not sound different. That's kind of like bottom line what you want to hear. So let's try that one more time and just keep working to see how much you can make smooth pathway up and down. Now on this you have rebound, so you definitely want to use that. You don't want to like restrict it and just guide it yourself. Like if I just did this, check this out. I just throw the stick down. Look how far up it's gonna come just by itself. Like it's just coming down from here and I'm just throwing it down. So like by itself is more than enough to get back to where you're starting. So you really just kind of have to throw it in, not like throw it in, but throw it in and then just follow all the way up. Your wrist is gonna stretch a lot, but it's mostly just following the stick. It's not moving it like manually, you know what I mean? Let's do a couple more of those. Keep those things in mind and keep adjusting, okay? I might talk to you while we play. Feel free to look at my hands too. Cool. That's where it ends. Cool. You're getting there, but you're building into it in each hand transition. So it's like just going with a little bit more confidence. It should be fine. Just from the start, like whatever you give me from the start, need to be able to stick to that all the way to the end. I don't mind you losing a little bit of height because the motion is getting smoother. I'm sure you could tell. Your hands might be a little too German right now. When you start playing, I feel like it's a little too in right now. Try to come more towards the middle for this rep and tell me how that feels. Just
like my arms to the middle or the.
Sorry, I'm talking about the angle of your hand,
Yeah.
the grip itself. So if this is the plane where your hand stands, right? Try to be like right in the middle of this, like right around here. As for where your thumb is pointing, does that make sense? Not pointing, but facing. Does that make sense?
So like that.
If it's like if it were following this, it'd be like this. If it were following that, it'd be like that. I want you to be like right in the middle. Yeah. Try that for this rep and try to stick to that. Yeah. Try to stick to that for this rep and tell me how that feels. Thinking about the adjustment. Still can give me like more from the beginning. Still like kind of building into it. One more. Sorry, I'm gonna give you one more and I'm gonna ask you how it feels. Just only focus on the grip for this rep. I'm experimenting here. Try not to get harsh as you make that adjustment though. Make sure you're not going back to one more. A little high.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks better. Does that feel too weird to just have it a little more? Does it feel like it is more this way now?
To kind of get like that more feeling where it was bouncing, I kind of feel myself switching to these fingers.
Okay.
Is that bad if these come off?
You don't want them to come off, and the reason for that is a matter of control. if you have less leverage on the stick, it's gonna be harder to manage it, especially when you're like really trying to make accurate rhythms. This is a lot harder to control, but the fingers don't do that much work. Like if you look at my hand right now, fingers are like just on the stick, but they're not doing the work. This would be them doing the work. See how they're like engaging and playing every stroke for me?
Yeah.
But what we're doing is like everything is engaged to some degree. It's not just wrist, it's not just finger, it's not just arm, right? It's mostly from the wrist, I would say. And the fingers are just there to like, kind of like, I had a teacher that he calls that like the gumminess or the stickiness of the hand. Like if you have like a bunch of slime here and it just like is opening, but it's never leaving the hand.
It's like with us there. We teach that it's kind of like glued to the skin.
Okay, yeah. You
Able
do
to
exactly.
Flexible.
You stick it there, but you're still relaxed, right?
Yeah.
Like it's still nice and relaxed. You just have that leverage on to have like control. That's a good way to look at it. That's why you grab the sticks like that.
Maybe.
Makes sense. You always grab your sticks like on your fingers. I was about to comment on that.
Do I?
Yeah, like look at it right now.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like on your fingers, and the easier way to know if you're right or not, the stick should be touching this part of your hand.
Oh, like wait. So it should.
So look at me hold it right now.
Oh.
That's where it's coming down. I'm opening the hand just to show you.
Like that. Or like that.
Do that. Do this. Like.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. Now don't like squeeze it. Just place your fingers there and let them like naturally curve. Like I'm just like super relaxed.
Okay.
Try that actually. I've been meaning to make that comment, but I didn't know exactly how to tell you for you to like
I guess
see it.
I guess I've been trying to put it like in the knuckle.
Yeah. And again, the way to see if you're doing it right or wrong, like
maybe I'm just used to holding a bow. It's a string player issue.
right around the middle of your hand, I'd
Uh-huh.
say. When it moves is whatever, but when it's still, yeah, right around the middle of the hand. Let's try that. And forgot what I was gonna tell you, Izzy. Cool. Your hands look a lot different, and let me ask the right question. Does it feel harder for your fingers to come off the stick?
Yes.
Yeah? Like, is it easier to keep them on and stay relaxed?
Because
That might have been wise because
and I was like,
you were drumming like this, so like
trying to
it was
grab it.
it was kind of controlling a lot maybe.
When I was doing that here, it felt like
You can't relax your fingers because you're controlling them too much.
it's bouncing around in my hand there.
That makes sense. Well, now that's
So
something
it's
I
done.
learned how
Good.
to fix too. Good.
Okay.
I keep forgetting what I'm gonna tell you. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Oh yeah. So your motion. What are we? 13 minutes. Cool. So as for the way your hands are moving, I think your grip looks fine. It's more of the muscle groups that you choose to use for this. What I'm trying to say is that you're just restricting it to your wrist. And there should be a bit of a natural arm motion. Not a lot. Definitely not a lot. It's very easy for beginners or me in high school to be told that and just like do it all from the arm. But you don't really want this because it makes the wrist work a little bit harder. And you also get less sound. I can probably show you that. See how? Can you guys tell like how much fuller that is? It changes like right away, and I'm not. There's no more velocity. There isn't like more height to it. It's just a little bit more support, and in the long run, like. It will feel more comfortable too. And when you get really fast, of course you can't can't arm all of it. Like when you get to a certain speed, yeah, it is mostly wrist and finger. But can you just try this with me? It just move, let your arm follow it. Now you do kind of have the handcuff thing a little bit. They're just like a little too close here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. How does that feel? Look at your hand, by the way, so you can like tell the difference.
Feels good, I guess.
Does it feel different?
Yeah.
Like weird different, like uncomfortable different, or like, oh, that makes sense different?
I mean, maybe it's because I brought my arms out more. I feel less tense.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's just make sure that you don't let them come too close. And then let the arm engage just a little bit. It should be a consequence of I think I've said that like 10 times. Arm should only move as a consequence of this wrist motion. It's just following it a little bit. Alright, let's do that one more time and keep applying. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, but just keep trying your best to apply those comments and not go back to old tendencies. Especially when we have big breakthrough moments like these.
Yeah, right.
Whoa, let's start together. First note. Let's only play one note. Go on. There you go. You found the middle. There you go. Cool. Did you open your elbows?
I don't know. I was trying to just play with where it felt more comfortable.
Okay, that's cool. God, I keep forgetting what I'm about to say. I got it, guys. I promise. It'll get there. Oh yeah, let's do this. The what do we call it?
Crab claws.
Yeah, let's drum like that first. Try not to just pump it from the arm. Your wrists can still turn. In fact, they need to. Especially with your left hand. It's barely moving. Cool. Go back to normal. Now just do double stops. Look down at your hands. See if you can make them even to each other. Whatever that looks like to you.
So should the back of the stick be like hitting my hand like that, or should it stay glued to like my hand the entire time?
The back of the stick shouldn't be hitting the back of your palm.
Not touching it at all, or it should be not at all.
What does that look like? Not a rhetorical question.
It looks like that.
Yeah. You might be too close. You might be too close-handed right now. Yeah, it shouldn't be like bouncing back and forth.
That feels better.
How does that feel?
Better. Does it look better?
It looks better. It definitely looks a lot better. See how your stick is not stopping as much? Be careful that you're not losing too much. Yeah. So anytime you feel like you're like not able to play something smoothly without letting go of the fingers, that's what you want to do. You're like, okay, let me see if I can play like this, making me have the fingers there, but not like squeeze the crap out of it, you know? And it's like, okay, once that feels comfortable, just throw those fingers back in. Cool. That's 20 minutes. Do you guys want to do form mallet next time, or I can do a quick form mallet if you want me to do it right now?
We can do it next time.
Okay.
You?
Cool. Hold up. No, we got 20 seconds to hit the 20 minutes. Go. Alright, cool. That's